So, this has been long awaited. Trolls Holiday in Harmony. Honestly, this was the greatest special I have ever seen in my life. And today I'm going to tell you guys why. Also, of course, I'm aware that some of my audience probably hasn't watched the holiday special, so if you haven't watched it, go quickly watch it and avoid this video until you do. However, I do have a present for all of you guys who haven't watched it, so I put a little link in the description that that allows you to watch the whole thing, and you don't have to pay anything and you don't have to log in. It'll take you right to the special. So that's my little gift to you guys for all of you who haven't watched it, or if you did watch it and if you just want to watch it again, there's my gift for you. So anyways, review time. So you guys probably thought that I was over-exaggerating at the beginning, and this is, like, the greatest special, like, ever created. Like, you probably thought I was exaggerating on that part. Well, at least currently, like, there's no other special that beats this, so for now, yeah, I'm not exaggerating. This special's actually pretty great. But if I'm going to go into... If I'm going to go deeper into it, I can at least say that it's at least better than the other holiday special that we got, Trolls Holiday. And not saying that Trolls Holiday is trash, of course not. I still really like it. It's just there's some other things that this special kind of does that the other holiday special doesn't. And that doesn't make it bad that it doesn't do it. One of the first things that I have noticed, and I especially acknowledged this during my reaction of the trailer. If you want to see that, you could go check it out. This special looked like it had more of that holiday spirit vibe, and yeah, I actually do kind of feel it here even when I watched it. Cause what the first Trolls Holiday hasn't done is give you that kind of that holiday spirit vibe. Cause yeah, the whole point of the first holiday special was that they were trying to find a holiday for the Bergens. But the thing is, it was multiple holidays. They referenced multiple holidays in that. So it doesn't feel like one holiday that we're supposed to feel, which is the winter holidays. I'm not going to say Christmas because, that's not the only thing that my audience probably celebrates. But you get the idea at least. And even at the end, it doesn't really give you that holiday spirit. I mean, I guess it kind of does because they have a little bit of winter references or whatever. I guess wintry feelings that you see during the holidays. I mean, they had ice skating. They had ugly Christmas sweaters, or I guess ugly holiday sweaters, and they had their tree, they had their snow, and by snow I meant soap, because I see that they use soap for the snow. But in this special, it honestly feels a little bit more of that holiday vibe, because especially the image that I'm pulling up now, I think this is a good representation of how they give you that holiday vibe or whatever. They have their lights, they have their candy, there's little candy cane, there's other holiday references that you see that here in this image, and I think that kind of depicts the entire special of how it gives you that feeling, in my opinion. And especially because of the whole plot itself, it's all a gift exchange type thing. And it's that whole plot line that some other specials have done, which is it's their own version of Secret Santa that I have noticed. So yeah, it gives you a little bit more of that holiday vibe than the previous special did. Okay, now time to actually like talk about like that what we were actually presented in the special. So, first of all, the songs. I just want to talk about the songs real quick because I think the songs are actually pretty good. And first off, I want to talk about Signed, Sealed, Delivered. And what kind of surprised me was that like I could have sworn that like they said that they were going to have like four original songs, and the thing is that Signed, Sealed, Delivered isn't an original song. This is a cover, and I just find that a little bit odd because I could have sworn that they said like four original songs, but nonetheless, I think they did the cover pretty good either way. Like the song itself was pretty good to begin with, but the cover is actually not that bad. In fact, it's actually pretty catchy. So there's that at least. And like the whole sequence of the scene of that song, I think it's like pretty cool to like that like shows like the other tribe members, like they get like a little bit of a cameo even though we don't like hear from all of them, which is honestly like the one of the criticisms that I have of this special. This especially applies to like trolls like Trollex, Trollzart, and a little bit of the Funk Tribe. Like we didn't see Essence or Quincy once, which honestly kind of disappoints me, but I am like happy that like we get some lines from like some of them, and Trollex only got like maybe one or two lines in this special, and that's honestly like really sad because I really like Trollex and I want to hear a little bit more from him, especially because he's voiced by Anthony Ramos. So I just want to hear a little bit more lines from Anthony. So, well, at least I could give it credit for for the characters that they have given lines to in this special. Like I really like Delta Dawn in this special, and we're gonna get onto that whole scene later. But like I really like how Delta is like in it, and like we get to hear a little bit more lines from her. So that's at least good for her. And Barb gets her own little line in this song, which I think they use that whole line from the song pretty cleverly with her, that she's the one who's saying I thought I did a lot of foolish things that I really didn't mean. I thought that was pretty clever that they made her sing that line. And I actually like Together Now a little bit more than Signed, Sealed, Delivered, but we're going to talk about that later. So all I have to say now is that this Together Now is a little bit better, and I'm going to explain why in a bit. We'll get on to that. So Tiny Diamond gets a little bit of a subplot in this special, which I didn't mind at all when we were like speculating at the whole like plot of the special stuff. And I was actually like pretty happy that we got to see a little bit more of Tiny Diamond, because like one of my things about Tiny Diamond is that like he's just there for like a comic relief character, or like or like he's only there for especially for like merchandise or whatever. And I'm glad that they did like something with him in this special. And one of the things that I will give props to like his little subplot is that we don't get to see like much of it, or like we get like a decent amount of time when he's like on screen. Because as much as I love Tiny Diamond and I like am pretty cool with his existence and how glad I am to see him in a special, like I said, I'm really like glad that they like gave him the appropriate amount of screen time. So then like it's still a subplot, but like we get to see like his whole like adventure of trying to like find his flow back so that he can make that rap song for his dad. I thought like they handled it pretty well. And when he is on screen, like you're always having fun, and I think I should at least give like props for it. So yeah, his little subplot is pretty good. All right, time for the main plot. So the main plot revolves around Poppy and Branch, and they draw each other's names for the gift exchange, and they basically have to get a present for each other for said gift exchange. Now, the complaint that I do have for this, for their whole plot, that prevents it from being great and only just makes it good, is the fact that we don't really see Poppy struggling to get Branch a gift, which I get it. She would know a little bit more of what to give him, because to quote the movie, she is the best gift giver. So of course she would know what to give Branch. So this is why we see more of Branch struggling to get Poppy a gift than we do with Poppy struggling to get a gift for Branch. But if you guys know the twist at the end, well, I guess we won't. It's not really a twist, especially because if you've seen the books, where it kind of like shows the twist. But for now, we're just gonna address it as a twist. So the whole twist is, to recap it, is that Poppy didn't know what to give Branch. She completely drew a blank, and to quote her, what are you supposed to even get someone who is so sweet, so kind, cute, and weirdly overprepared for everything? Which I think that's the quote. I'm just going off of what I remember. And I feel like this twist would have been a little bit more impactful if we saw her leading up to that conclusion, that she didn't need to get that, she couldn't give Branch anything, and that she just doesn't know what to give someone that she cares about so much, that it's she looks highly of all the time. And her declaration was sweet, of course, of why she didn't give him anything. Of course it was sweet, but I feel like it would have been so much more powerful, so much more sweeter if we saw her coming to that conclusion. So that's my one complaint. We of course do see Poppy interacting with other trolls of her gift with Branch. And I actually do like her interactions with other trolls, especially because they're with Barb and Val. And I'm about to say it right now. Might as well comment about Val right now. As much as I love Val, remember when Trollstopia first came out, and then we all theorized how Val kind of looks like a pop rock troll hybrid? Well, in 3D form, it looks a little bit more like that. Do I think that Val's not cute because of that? Of course not. Val is adorable, okay? I just realized that. I was just gonna say that right now. Except I'm really happy that Barb's here. I love Barb! We finally get to see Barb! I'm gonna explode! Her interactions with Delta and Holly are pretty great too. And since I just talked about Val, I'm gonna talk about Holly next. She looks gorgeous. I love her. She's beautiful, alright? I don't know how they did it, but they did it. They both look adorable. Also, I really like the part where they give each other a gift. I thought it was really wholesome to see them both together. And even though I haven't watched much of Trollstopia, it seriously warms my heart to see them in the specials. It's so great. They both look so great. So it's just so cute. It's so amazing to see them both in this special. Okay, so the scene I was talking about earlier with Delta Dawn that I was going to bring up, well, I'm going to bring it up right now. So basically, the scene I'm talking about is when Delta is telling Poppy, you always know how to make people feel special. I know for sure Branch is going to love your gift. That's basically what she said. And what makes this part more significant is what leads afterwards of the day of the gift exchange. This is because when Poppy reveals to Branch what she got him, it was nothing. Because afterwards, when she shows that she has nothing for Branch as a gift, her gift is what she says afterwards. What are you supposed to give someone who is so sweet, so kind, cute, and weirdly overprepared for everything? She's saying everything that she loves about Branch, thus making him feel special. And this shows afterwards when Branch says, "You know what I like most about the holidays? It's just being together with you." And by you, he means Poppy. So it really shows that Poppy, like, really does know how to make someone feel special. Delta was right, because she really does. And I especially like the song afterwards, Together Now. And, like, I know it's not my time to talk about it right now, but I'm just gonna at least, like, say at least that one part as like we speak. So in the beginning, especially, she like tells it like sort of like a snippet of like Branch's story, where she sings the lyrics. "You always wanted to be hiding, like no one wants you around. Hold your head a little higher. It's pretty simple. I'm in luck." She says, "I'm in luck 3 times, because we're together now." Basically saying like how Branch was like isolating himself all those years, finally like got up, and they're all together now. And basically, and like Branch's whole face throughout the sequence was like so cute. It was so heartwarming of like him getting all happy of like what Poppy's singing to him, and it's like so sweet. So I said Branch gets a little bit more screen time than Poppy in terms of trying to get a gift for the other person. So I'm gonna like talk about his stuff briefly, especially because, like I said, it's a little bit longer than Poppy's. So, I will give like credit because like his whole thing is just a bunch of shenanigans. I really like his scenes with like other trolls, especially because like he's trying to like build this contraption of like this hair doer with attached to a freaking banana smoothie maker or whatever, banana strawberry smoothie. He said, I think it was like one of those, and then a scrapbook maker attached to it or whatever. And like it's like so ridiculous, yet it's like so it's funny. It's crazy. Okay, I really like this. It's like it's hilarious, and I really like his interactions with Prince D and Cooper, especially when they're all like, "It looks good now," and then Branch is just like, "Agreed. I gotta make it bigger," which is kind of a reference to Trolls World Tour, where Poppy's not listening to anyone, and Branch is also not listening to the Funk Brothers. So, those two were made for each other, okay? I'm just gonna say it. Those two were made for each other. Branch forgot to take his own advice. These two were like a match made in heaven, you guys. This sounds like sarcasm, but it's not. These two were made for each other, okay? Because they keep forgetting to listen to other people. Or I mean, I like to think that Poppy's trying her best. But look at Branch. She's being a hypocrite, alright? So, good job, Branch. but nonetheless, I like the whole scene of, like, Cooper and Prince D and Branch. Their interactions were hilarious. I also really like the scene of Branch and Tiny Diamond, where Tiny Diamond's just like, "You have the gift. You just gotta, like, look in front of you and see it." And, like, that whole scene was, like, super dramatic for absolutely no reason. Like, this whole damn light just, like, it's, like, shining on Branch, because, like, it looks like he's realizing what to give Poppy, and then at the end, Tiny's just like, "Do you know it now?" And then Branch is just like, "Nope, not a clue." It's, like, so stupid, yet so funny. It's, like, great. I love it. It's, like, the best shenanigans that I have ever seen. Like, it was so funny. Like, 10 out of 10 scene. Winged Unicorn approved. So now I want to talk about my favorite scene in the entire, like, special. The Together Now scene. I briefly talked about it, of course, early on in this video with, like, Poppy serenading to Branch of, like, his whole story and all that stuff. And, of course, that part is really sweet. I really love that part. But I like the song in general, of course. It's so catchy, and there's, like, a little bit of, like, a jingle sound to it. So it gives more of that holiday vibe, like I've been mentioning earlier. So the song itself sounds a little bit more holiday-ish. And it's an original song, so it's, like, even more props to that. And the whole scene was, like, animated so beautifully. It's, like, all so great. Especially, like, Poppy and Branch's, like, little, like, dance moves, and they're, like, super cute, and it's, like, all super, great. It's so wholesome to see them like dance together like that. And Tiny Diamond's little solo thing is like he's dropping bars, and like I thought his like little sequence was pretty cool as well, and yeah, and I really like his embrace with Guy Diamond. It's like super sweet, so wholesome, and this overall like this whole scene is like all so wholesome, so sweet, so amazing. It's so great. So in terms of the special, of how like what it means for the trolls singing this, like it obviously means like how they're all together now, they're all united as one. Hence the name of the song, Together Now, because they're all celebrating, they're all united as one. So I know what of course what it means for the trolls in their universe, but I want to talk about it briefly of what this song means in our universe, because this has been like interviewed, and I don't think a lot of you guys know this. So I want to briefly talk about it right now, so, and because like I think it's really interesting to like talk about it. So there was like an interview that's been done on like one of the creators of the special, I believe, and they were asked what does this song mean to them and how does it impact them, and they brought up how like this song really hits harder, especially during this post-pandemic world, or at least I like to think that, because like I live in America, I know what's going on in other places of the world. But right now, like we're starting to like open a lot of more events. We're opening schools now. We're opening other stuff like stadiums, movie theaters, like entertainment, other stuff, etc. And yeah, this song actually does hit harder. I can see what he's talking about, because like there's like certain lyrics of the song that especially hit harder. Like, there's this one lyric that I especially love where they're all like, the bad days are over because we come together now. The bad days, I interpret that as being the days of lockdown, and how those days are finally over for the most part. And because we come together now, it's because we are pretty much coming together now, or at least we're starting to make progress in doing that. And I really like that lyric because it shows basically like how we're feeling nowadays of like this whole post-pandemic stuff. And another line that really does like impact me, like it's a really small line, but it really does hit hard, and it wasn't even like a sung line in the song, but it's still part of the song. It's when Prince D tells Cooper, "It's so good to see you again." In context, what this means basically, like Prince D is so happy to see Cooper again, especially after the events at Trolls World Tour. And I know what that means for them, but like I interpret that line as like, it's so good to see our loved ones again, so good to see other people again. Like I'm pretty sure like most of us say that every time when we first see like our loved ones again after so long. Like it's so good to see them again, especially because like I'm a student, and I still go. So that means I still go to school, obviously, and it's so good to see like other students again, so good to see teachers again, so good to see like other people that I care about. So I understand completely of what that guy is saying, because this song really does hit hard, and it's like the perfect post-pandemic song, like, and it comes at like the most convenient time, and it's like this song was destined to like be made during this time. And yeah, really, this is why I really love this song. Not only because of the scene itself, but also what it means for me, especially because I get to see a lot of my friends again, a lot of my family members again, and I'm pretty sure it impacts a lot of other people too. Okay, now it's time for me to talk about the Brobby Kiss. What, did you guys think I wasn't going to talk about the Brobby Kiss? No, of course I'm going to talk about the Brobby Kiss. I'm a Broppy shipper, for goodness sake. So, yeah. This is it. This is it. 5-year wait, you guys. Was it worth it? Yes, it was. Like, woohoo! We got our first Broppy Kiss. We've hit like a mega milestone. I'm not even kidding. but for real though, I'm gonna be like actual like sincere for this. I do like appreciate this, because in Trolls World Tour, Branch wanted to tell Poppy how he feels about her, and he ends up doing that, And, you know, Poppy turns out to feel the same way. You know, they profess their love at the end, you know, like saying how they love each other. And, you know, it's the logical step to, like, explore their relationship in the special. Because, like, even, like, I think the specials is, like, a side story stuff. So, you know, it's, like, nice to, like, of course, we all saw the special, but, like, it's, like, a little bit of, like, a little taste of the relationship or whatever, like how it looks like after the fact of Trolls World Tour. And, you know, and I think a cheek kiss is, like, the most logical step to do it or whatever, because, like, you know, like, I heard some people complain that, like, you know, why wasn't it on the mouth kiss, and I'm just like, okay, like I just want to say, like, maybe we shouldn't complain, because, like, first off, did I mention the 5-year wait? At least we got the kiss, you guys. We should just be a little bit more grateful after that 5-year wait. I mean, they finally gave us what we wanted. We should just accept that, alright? But also, besides that, it's, like, logical because, like, you know, they're still starting their relationship. A cheek kiss would probably be, like, the most logical step to go into the relationship, you know, like cheek kiss or whatever. It's cute nonetheless, you know, and I think I think we should, like, give them props for that, for doing that. And yeah, I really appreciate that it was on the cheek, and the whole kiss in general was, like, really cute. And I like Branch's little reaction afterwards. He, like, giggles, and it's just it was so cute. Also, props to this damn balloon, okay? Like, for real, like it had me and other people, so many of us were in shock, because, like, the balloon is just like, Team Broppy all the way, and I'm just like, oh, they noticed us. They noticed the ship name. It's, like, it's so great. It's so amazing, you know? It's like, not only did they make Broppy canon, not only did they give us a kiss, or, I mean, give our Broppy kiss. That's what I meant. But, they also, like, made the ship name canon. They said the ship name, and I thought that was, like, really great, which means somewhere out there in the world, an official DreamWorks script says the word Broppy. Just keep that in mind. But, yeah, this balloon, man, this is great. The balloon's great. I worship this balloon. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary pals of all kind, that was my review of Trolls Holiday in Harmony. Man. Like, this special was so, like, it was so much fun to watch it. It was, like, so great, because we saw, like, everything that we could have asked for, or at least I could have asked for. We got to see the Troll Tribe leaders, especially Barb. We got to see Val and Holly in their 3D form, and they both look really beautiful. Like, seriously, how'd they do that? They had good animation. We had good catchy songs, and we hit a lot of milestones with Broppy, so that's nice. So, yeah, Trolls Holiday in Harmony was, like, so much fun. It was so great. And, yes, I am going to watch this a billion times more. And, of course, I will never forget the original Trolls Holiday. That special always holds a special place in my heart. But there's, like, other things. There's, like, other things that I think that this special does better. Not only because of that holiday vibe that we get from this special, because I think that, I don't know why, I just think that's a little bit more significant. I don't know why, that's, like, the most significant part that I have noticed. But also, like, I like the songs from the original Trolls Holiday, but, like, the songs in this is a little bit more catchier. Maybe because it has a little bit more meaning to it, especially for Together Now. And the animation was great. We got to see, like, so much more going on. It was so great. But Trolls Holiday, of course, would always hold a special place in my heart. All the early stuff of the franchise would always hold a special place in my heart, because it, like, shows, like, how far we came, and also because it gives you a little bit of nostalgia, even though it came out, like, a few years ago. But yeah, Trolls Holiday in Harmony seriously exceeded my expectations. So my official score for this special, 10 out of 10, Winged Unicorn approved. You should go watch it again. Like, seriously, this special was so much fun. It was so great. And yeah, I really can't wait for, like, all the other stuff that this franchise has to offer. Speaking of which, you guys probably know about the news of Trolls 3 being announced. Well, guess what I'm going to talk about in my next video? yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. You guys think I didn't hear the news? Of course I did. I'm obviously gonna talk about it. Don't know when, but I will talk about it probably soon. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, the winged unicorn has to fly away. Hope you guys like this review. Give me your thoughts about what you had on this special, and I'll see you next time.